Yeah, so with lots of activities people can get involved in nowadays.
We're all sat the same, do you mean?
I know.
This must be the comfiest position.
Yeah, the benefits of martial arts training. What do we think? What have we experienced? We've all been training in martial arts, various forms for many years. So what benefits can be received from it?
I think it's nice to talk about our own personal experiences from martial arts because we've both been involved in it. Both. All three of us.
Yeah.
Forget about
all three of us.
About that. Yeah. I mean, for me, from a personal perspective, I mean, it's been great on many levels. I mean, I think the good thing is, especially from a young age, is the discipline, the respect side of things. Because you know, a lot now, I think we're starting to see it a lot more now from people who don't come from any traditional martial arts. And I know we can all be guilty of taking the piss out of number one, namely me, a lot of the time, but it does teach you that discipline and respect, doesn't it? And I think now sometimes that can be lost, can't it, with people that just start MMA? Yeah. Oh, I just want to fucking smash.
There's that quote I love, I think it was GSP said it, I'm probably going to butcher it completely, but it was like the difference between a fighter and a martial artist is that a fighter trains to fight, a martial artist trains to evolve and be better. And, and I love that
that's a good philosophy, isn't it?
Aspect of it.
Well, I think following along those lines, I think one of the major benefits for martial arts is it's a personal journey. Whereas obviously you play football or a team sport, you're there, it's all to do with the team and it's about the team, it's not about you. You can get benched if you're not good enough for the team. Whereas martial arts, it is a completely personal journey. And if you've got no inclination to compete or to fight, you still benefit from it, from learning the skills, from developing as a person, from doing traditional martial arts and doing kata to getting yourself into fighting shape, stepping onto the mats or into a cage or something. It's all about a personal journey where you're earning belts, you're doing things for personal development rather than to try and get on a team or to try and win an award or to try and,
The thing I like, those aspects are there if they want them, so people can, if they wish, go and try and compete and they can fight and they can do all that. So that aspect is there, that external reward is there for them if they want to. But yeah, that whole sort of evolving and finding out about the fitness, about what the body can do, and the very nature of martial arts, which I like, the very fact that it's obviously centred on fighting, on combat, it obviously lends itself well, if done properly, to self-defence, to confidence when you're out and about.
I'm glad you brought that up because I mean I'm a big proponent in whatever martial art you may choose to do. I think it is an integral part of that is being able to look after yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Is it functional? Because you were just saying about personal journey. The good thing about martial arts is it's honest, isn't it? And that's what I love about it. It's honest. Yeah. There's no bullshit. There's no hiding behind. When you're playing a team sport, I mean, I played a few times. I was rubbish at football, incidentally. I was okay at rugby when I played when I was younger. But you can always sort of hide behind, can't you, when you're in a team? But martial arts, it's so honest because let's be honest. Someone comes into our gym today, we can figure out by doing a couple of things where their levels at. One of those shadowing, the second one is sparring, and then it's honest, isn't it? You either can do it or you can't do it, and it will become apparent very quickly where your level's at. You train with, you spar with world champions like you guys, you're going to figure out where your level's at very quickly, aren't you? It's honest, there's no hiding behind anything, and that's what I like about it.
I think it's the culture as well. I like the culture behind martial arts, which separates it from other sports or physical activities. Obviously the culture behind it, the fact that everybody has an expected level of discipline and respect and hierarchy from sensei or sifu to instructor to student, from black belt to white belt. There's that level of hierarchy that perhaps you don't get in other sports. I mean, I'm not a big football fan, and obviously sometimes when you go to the local park and you've got the football teams playing and you've got the parents swearing at the kids and don't talk to him, he supports Tottenham, spit on the floor, scum. And you compare that to the level of respect and cultured, it's such a positive environment in the martial arts sphere, which separates it from other sports, in my opinion. Makes it more of a positive activity.
So what benefits have we all received from training? For me, it's given me a lifelong passion for health and fitness. Doing it at such a young age, and obviously always training. Especially as I got through to my elder years, to my adulthood, obviously as I started competing more seriously, so I had to make sure my nutrition was on point, that my training was good, So it's really helped me for my fitness and my health. Also, it's also given me that drive and perseverance, I think, that transcends just the sport. Obviously, when you want to compete at a high level, you can't leave any stone unturned. You do everything 100%. And I think that's overspilled into my regular life as well. I know my wife often jokes about I'm so competitive, but I think it's a really good trait to have. So I think for me, passion about health and fitness, and it's also, I think, given me some sort of perseverance and some determination that's overspilled into my regular life.
Yeah, I mean, touching on that, James, I agree regarding that. I mean, I think doing martial arts, because especially when you compete at a high level, obviously both of you guys have fought obviously MMA. You know, when you're fighting at that level, you get exposed, don't you, if you don't put the work in. And then the training behind that is obviously very difficult. You've got to make sure you're nutritious. So we're talking about hard things you've got to do here, things you overcome. And I think in life that does transcend, doesn't it? Because you have more of a can-do attitude. I was listening to a podcast the other day, actually, and I think it was something like 2/3 of Fortune 500 CEOs had an army background, and 2/3 of those come from a martial arts background, because you have that sort of can-do attitude, and you experience that hardship.
I think you said it once that martial arts is high-level problem solving.
Yeah, it is.
Something like that.
High-level problem solving whilst getting punched in the head.
You've got to solve that problem there and then straight away, haven't you?
Exactly. So the other thing I think in modern Western society is a slightly controversial topic, but I think modern Western society is too feminised, and I think a lot of important elements of competition. Competition. Is
like everyone's a winner sort of stuff.
The new mantra throughout the world is violence is wrong, you should never be violent, physical confrontation. So therefore there's no outlet. Not just for men, for obviously everybody needs to have an outlet for, not aggression, but some kind of outlet to push their testosterone.
You can't quash every single human urge to absolutely nothingness.
I think you were right saying aggression.
Human beings have a desire. They have a desire to run, to climb, to jump, to fight, to wrestle. They have to do this.
Wow, this got deep quick.
It's ingrained into our psyche.
It's inherent, isn't it?
Modern Western ideologies are trying to stamp that out and say, no, everything is about intellectual pursuits. Everything is about social justice and caring.
What you were saying in regards to,
the memory card just got full real quick, so just had to change it.
Okay, now, is that how long we've been going on for? Talking off your point about the feminized society, I mean, I actually talk to my kids about this in the class. Everyone's not a winner. What sort of message are we going to give? Everyone's a winner, everyone gets a trophy. Because that's not going to stand anyone in good stead in life, because there's going to be hardship in life. There's going to be things that you have to deal with. And remember what it's like when you lose. Remember that. Because then that will drive you, hopefully, to compete well the next time.
If everyone's a winner, what's the point in learning perseverance and dedication and overcoming obstacles?
I think this mollycoddling society.
Yeah. I think it's not just that, it's the old cliche of if you don't learn how to lose, you can't learn how to win.